Let me tell you a story real quick. When I started in the gym, right? My first few workouts, I took the pictures after the workout, right? To showcase, hey, look, I worked out to like make myself proud to just like kind of showcase to the girls or like to the homeboys, hey, bro, look at me, you know? And there was this fact that I always did, or this trick that I always did to make me look more muscular, right? Or better. Like, I don't know if this works on Android, but on iPhone you can like stretch the pictures out. So what I fucking did, like I took the picture, in the mirror, boom, and I looked skinny as fuck, bro. Like completely skinny, if I'm completely honest with you, bro. Kind of like 5'11", like 60 kgs or 70 kgs, bro. I was skinny as fuck, right? I took the pictures, I stretched that shit out, my face was completely distorted just to like make myself feel like better. Or like if a girl, like I don't know, like I just thought like maybe I can show the girls, bro, and make myself look better and like jigga chat. But the problem is, bro, in real life I was like this fucking thin, and then in the picture I was this fucking wide, like Adonis. But I always wanted to be bigger. I wanted to have more muscles. I wanted to be more jacked, right? So I tricked myself to showcase that because I didn't know what I do. I kept working out, and I saw some newbie gains and shit, but the point of the story is to just showcase that if you're skinny, you just know that you want to be bigger, but you don't know how or if you should or whatever. Because I know exactly how you feel, bro. When I was skinny, I just felt invisible in the friend group, bro. I kept being pushed around, I kept getting bullied, I kept being said like, you're a shtick, bro, you're thin as fuck. But even though I ate, even though I did the things I should, I ate more than other people, I still stayed skinny. And I was like, bro, what? So that's why I like coped with like the pictures of like when I then look at the pictures by making them wider, I felt better of myself. And nowadays the fucking like on the TikTok and shit, the TikTok boy meta of being like the skater boy that is like fucking 60 kg skinny as fuck and like has the fluff here, and I'm just there like, bro, if you as a man, let's say as a man, and you're together with your wife or your girl and something happens, right? Let's say a robber steps into the house with a gun or a knife, wants to take your money, wants to take your wife, and you're this frail, skinny, doesn't work out, doesn't even do martial arts. Do you think the robber is gonna respect you? Do you think your wife feels safe around you? And of course, if you want to stay skinny because that's like your goal, maybe you're like a athletic runner, of course. But if you have that urge of getting bulkier, you can say, or wider, then that's the right thing you should do. Because don't just do it for yourself or feeling more comfortable, right? Do it as well for your friends. Do it for your family. But let's go back to the point. You want to bulk up, but you don't know how. Because you keep eating, but it doesn't work, and you start fucking shit in your pants because you ate so much and shit. I understand you, bro. I was in your same position. The first step is to take it slow, right? Nowadays, with your winter arc and like your fucking 1 month progression and shit, you get this pressure on your heart of like, oh, I need to bulk up now. I need to make muscles now, bro. You build up like that image of like, if I work now or like if I work out today, with 1 day progress, I'm gonna become double as wide. That's not true, bro. Right? And you're a beginner, you have newbie gains, but that doesn't change the fact that you stay skinny. And you have to be patient, you have to take time, right? It takes time, sorry, to build up something, to build up muscle, to build up even fat, bro. Right? You could technically eat fucking 9,000 calories today, but tomorrow it's not gonna make a big difference because your body hasn't processed the fat yet, right? So what I want you to do is, of course, you have to eat more than you generally do. But if you ate before like 3 meals a day, small, then you have to eat either 3 big meals, which is more difficult for most people, or like 5 small meals. Just that you have that fullness feeling, like more than the fullness feeling, that kind of like sick feeling, you kind of feel heavy throughout the whole day. Not the whole day, but like 70% of the day. So you don't have to feed yourself to death, because what we just said is that we're gonna take time. Because not just the advantage of taking our time when bulking is gonna be that you actually see progress because you don't have that pressure. It also reduces the actual fat gain, right? Because if you just eat shit, 10,000 calories every day, you're not gonna build more muscle. Of course, you're gonna build more muscle because you're bulking, but the percentage of fat gain and muscle gain, the fat gain is much higher because the body can't process that food as precise to muscle, then it transforms it into fat, right? So take it slower to have less pressure, but also to optimize the weight gain to have more muscle. You're gonna gain fat, bro. And that's positive, bro. Because you might be skinny, even skinny fat, but if you have a little bit more fat on your arms, on your shoulders, and you have that muscle underneath, it's gonna make you look kinda jacked for what you have in the beginning, right? And then, of course, what most people do is bulk over the winter because, over the winter you already have your sweaters and everything. You're gonna fill out that sweaters and those like shirts, and you're gonna feel like happier with your body, like even with your soul. Of course, if you take it too far and you look like fucking, I don't know, bro, Gorlock the Destroyer, then you've taken it too far. But you know what I mean. So just see how you can eat more than you regularly do, or like before you started bulking. I recommend 5 meals a day, or just 3 meals a day, but like snacks in between. And when I say snacks, I mean like high fatty, high calorie snacks. That doesn't mean chips. I don't want you to start dirty bulking, right? You have to eat more, but also good calories. That mostly also means you have to eat even more because McDonald's compared to like broccoli, bro, McDonald's kills that broccoli count, right? Calorie count, sorry. So you have to eat more and you're gonna get stuffed. And in the beginning, it's gonna be tough as shit. It's gonna be difficult. You don't wanna bulk up because you know the memes of like working out is hard, but the hardest part is the eating. That's exactly why. But once you have that routine, that like stomach is stretched and you don't feel that much, you can either continue and just like steadily upgrade your progress, or you can eat even more and like add a little bit more fat to it, but also a little bit more muscle. But first, I want you to literally bulk up, eat more. But don't do your fucking Instagram reel of like 10 million calories, mayonnaise, tuna only. Just build up slowly. Take it patiently. Because you're a young guy, bro. You probably still have 80 years to live. And then when you slowly build up weight, you're gonna feel more confident. You're gonna actually like take up space. Your girlfriend is gonna actually look at you and think, damn, here's some nice arms, I feel protected. You know, when you have that fucking nice chest, and I speak from experience, but when you have a nice chest, you're kind of buff. When you cuddle with your girlfriend, bro, she's gonna feel much safer. She wants to cuddle more. Because now, when your girlfriend cuddles with you, if you have one, she's fucking cuddling bones, bro. And I mean that completely respectfully to you, bro. So, bulk up. Build up fat. And muscle. Become weightier. And I recommend it over the winter because that's when it makes sense. Because of the sweaters, And then, you don't have to cut straight away for summer. Because you take it slowly. Because you're still a young man, you have time. Maybe you can cut down a little, but you're just gonna bulk up till you feel comfortable. Till your friends say, damn, looks kind of buff. And it might take 6 months, it might take 1 year, it might take 2 years. But you're a beginner. And bro, I can tell you, there's people that worked out 10, 15 years that I know in the gym that still look the same. And I don't mean to flex, right? I don't have the greatest physique, but I can tell you that within 4 years, I'm looking at the date right now, within 4 years of training, weight training, I look like 3 to 4 times better than them. And of course, they might have different goals, but if you compare like aesthetic body, we both want aesthetic bodies, person A and me, they train for 15 years, they still look the same after 10 years, then you're probably doing something wrong. But that's a different rant. Back to the point, bro. Bulk up. I'll see you in the next video, bro. If you need any help, just comment, bro. I'll do another fucking video. Boom. 1 subscriber, bro. I hope in the next video we get 2, bro. I'll see you in the next one, bro.